So hello and welcome to another episode of Bloke Gaming. Today what I'm going to do is I am going to be remaking a video that I made a short while ago. That video was called What Gun Should I Use? So I am going to be remaking that because there's been some significant changes since the last time I did the video. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking about a few, and then I'll just give you my thoughts on what's the best gun and what you should be doing. So I mean, first up, I made a video recently about the new starter package that came out, and without a doubt, the best gun in the game for a new player right now is this one, the Frontier hunting rifle. So just let me pull this up. It's got a 65% efficiency. You can use it from 0. Obviously, you're not using it at its full capacity until you get to 5. But this thing is basically now one of the best, cheapest options in the game. So it's going to cost you. It's a 2-ped item. You're going to get some ammo and some armor at the same time as you get this thing, and there's nothing comparable. Previously we had, let me just throw this down. Previously the starter pack was, 3 times the price, and the gun was half the gun this is. So even with all the bits and pieces added to it, again didn't get to 65, and the deep, more ammo, and the DPS wasn't as good. So, right now, if you've got 20 bucks, throw it into that gun, get yourself some armor as well. That will help you with your early game hunting. Now, if you don't have that luxury, obviously the gun that you start with is going to be, after you finish the quest, the Bukin. It's 57.2% efficiency. The learning period is only 0 to 2%, so you're going to be using it efficiently quite quickly. You also have the Solomate Azuro, which is another starter gun, 0 to 1. So you'll be able to use that quite efficiently, quite quickly. And then you've got the TT gun. Let me teleport back to town. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back hunting, and so what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you the TT gun. So this is the TT gun at 5.2 DPS with 57% efficiency, with a learning period of 0 to 3. So again, you might as well be using the. I mean, if you pick up the Azuro for free, you might as well use it. But my gut feeling is you're probably better off using the Onyxio than the Bulking, quite honestly, because the efficiency is pretty much the same, but you got better DPS, so you're going to be able to kill slightly bigger things. So on top of that, so one of the things I have heard a lot of people say is, get yourself a high level Solomate. So I did pull one. This one is a 65.3% efficiency Azuro, but unfortunately, I mean, the price on this is ridiculous. I mean, $305. For $20 you can get a better gun from the starter pack. So these days, maybe if you can get one of the really advanced ones like 70 or 80% efficiency, maybe, but then you're going to be spending 5, 6, 7,000 ped. So it's an expensive investment, when 20 bucks will get you one that's going to give you 65% efficiency and a better DPS, almost double the DPS. Plus, one of the good things, let me just get up the top of the hill here. One of the good things about the Frontier, so if I look at the Frontier here, if I go ahead and drop a 4B amp on it, the efficiency goes up to 71.6, which is pretty good. So anyway, they're the main starter guns. After that, you've got a few others. Once you get a few skill points, probably if you're not spending, the LRS1X1 or it's you know, the pistol version. You can get these. Then the efficiency is not quite so good on them. Learning range 5, so 5 to 7 and 7 to 10. So you do need to have a baseline skill set to be able to use them. But they're also worth potentially buying, but only if you don't get the Frontier hunting rifle. That's probably your better bet. And again, so the LR-S1X, you can pick these up for around 25 to 30 ped, which is, you know, $2 to $3. You should be able to get that. It's kind of an interesting gun at the lower levels to work with. And I did have one for a bit, but then I obviously moved on quite quick, because I didn't use it because I was using, at the time I was using the barb, but I did buy one to give it a go. But yeah, I stuck with the barb. Now obviously I have the Frontier hunting rifle, so at low end I'm using that. The one I'm using at the moment actually is I am using the Graduate, so the Malud Graduate. This is an 11.2 DPS. They only have a 7 to 10 range. We've got an 11.2 DPS, and you've got a 79.5 efficiency. Actually, including the amp and the scope and everything else, this thing is 80% efficiency. So that's why I'm testing at the minute. I know I've finished migration, but I was just testing. I wanted to see what returns I got off using this gun. And yeah, so far I've been sitting at that 99% return, which is obviously pretty good. And that's just with the Malud, and that requires the range is 7 to 10. So if you've got 10, you can probably use that efficiently. And then the other thing is you can put a 6B amp on it. I bought the A102 just because I didn't want to be spending the markup on the amps, but you can use a 6B amp on it, and it actually improves the efficiency even more. Slightly less DPS. Oh, that was a nice 19 ped off one of these things just to boost me up over 100 again. So that's really there are some other ones which you can use, but probably another one that recently has come out is the Hyperion. So the Hyperion is 9.5 DPS. It is a 0 to 5 gun, so it's pretty good, and the efficiency is 660. So this is a pretty good gun if you don't want to spend money on that starter pack. But the markup on these is 110, 115, 120%. So you are going to be paying a markup on it, but the efficiency is good. The learning period's really low, and it's running at, look at that, like it's 5.9. So you can probably put a 6 amp on it without losing too much, but otherwise you're going to be using the level 4 amp on it. So that's the update. As I said, the main update is this beast. So let me just take the amp off it a second. The Frontier hunting rifle is 65% efficiency. This is really the new place to go if you're a new player and you want to put just a little bit of money into the game. Get this starter pack. Absolutely worth it. If you're not going to be doing that, then I recommend you either use the TT gun, so the Onyxio, or you use your Bukin until you get to like 7 to 10, and then you go ahead and buy yourself an LR S1X1, unless you've got big money. But again, if you've got any money that you're willing to put in, because I mean, if you get super lucky, then maybe you can get yourself a higher level Solomate. with a good efficiency, but I wouldn't bother. If I was buying a gun like this, I'd save my money, level into, you know, another gun at a later stage. I wouldn't be burning 3,000 ped on something like that. And then if you want to use disposables, you got the Maluge, you got the Hyperion, and they'll cost you a little bit in markup, but they're worth potentially the investment. Okay, so that's it. That's the updated what gun should I be using, and I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I really felt I had to do a new update for that, really, because the Frontier hunting rifle really is the new way forward. And also we had the Hyperion Guns introduced into the game when Aris launched. So they weren't available in the last video, so I didn't comment on them. But now they are, so I wanted to get them in. So thanks again for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comments section below. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. And yeah, thanks for your valuable time, and I will see you in another video soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.